We want to think that our neighbors are living these great lives just as we live, but it's not so.
I was struck by the rural poverty all through northern New York.
A lot of sad stories, and absolutely it touches my heart.
When you're in that situation and you don't have the support, you don't think about what could be, what kind of support you could get.
It's scary. It's very scary. Not knowing if you're going to be able to pay the rent, not knowing if you're going to be warm over the winter, not knowing if you're going to have food from one day to the next.
I've had domestic violence in my life. I've seen people go through addiction. I have 2 small children myself and had to use a shelter.
Some of our neighbors become very secluded and they feel ashamed because of the things that they're going through and the things that they have to do, that they have the lights turned off, that they don't have running water or anything. And we don't think that because we live in the United States that people go through this.
You think about the low times in your life, and if somebody gave you a ray of sunshine, gave you, that pat on the back, it makes a difference in people's lives.
There will always be a need for support services for a range of needs for people in the community.
And sometimes you don't always see until you get to know them, the individual, how these services are needed and how important they are to our folks in their lives.
You never know when you're going to need the services yourself. And it hit home for me.
When people come to us, they're in trouble. And they're not in trouble because they've done anything wrong. They're in trouble because there's been a tragedy in their life.
People find themselves in situations in their lives that are trying to start over. They're giving a second chance.
Whatever works to, get people back up on their feet, saying, hey, I know you're, having problems right now, but, we can work with that.
Those who have need to help out those who don't have, essentially. I guess is kind of my outlook on it.
I think it takes all of us to work together to strengthen life.
The point is, every day you make somebody's day.
We are owners of this community, and if we don't take care of it and we don't lead, then it's not going to be all that it can be.
It's absolutely an inspiration. It's contagious when you see people rolling up their sleeves and getting out there and helping their neighbors with a hand up. And you realize that you're fortunate in many, many ways, and you have the opportunity to give back and help other people. It really puts a skip in your step.
And I've always felt the need and the desire to help others, to work with others, and help others to have a better life.
It really opened my eyes to the need that's out there. There are less fortunate people, and if you could help them, you should.
I think it's the only way to have a successful community is when as many people in the community pull together for a common good.
When you have an agency who's there supporting other agencies, it makes a difference.
The United Way, in my opinion, is the most efficient way of getting funds to the community.
You see someone from point A to point B and how much their life has changed. And the United Way is a huge part of why that person's life has changed.
To show gratefulness for what you have yourself is to share what you have as you can with others and to support others in the ways that you can.
Do you have it in yourself to give back to some extent? It's presented in a way that I do think most could find it affordable.
You don't necessarily need to be a rich man, but I myself have been fortunate that I have the ability to donate back to the community, and it's then my responsibility and everybody's responsibility that has the ability to give some back to the community where you live.
It's one person at a time that really makes the United Way successful.
Some people think to donate they have to, hand out hundreds of dollars, but just $1 a week would help out in the community.
Even though I could only make a small donation, that so many other people from our agency donate, that I would just help to make what our agency donates bigger.
You don't have to feel bad that you're only giving $1, that you don't have to give $1,000 or $2,000. It's your little bit helps.
I'm not physically able to volunteer my services just due to the time limitations. So my way of contributing back to the community is by my monetary donation.
So really understanding how far your dollar can go and understanding how easy it is, it really made me feel like it would be silly of me to not just donate a little bit.
We don't have to decide what organization this month we're going to give money to. It takes care of so many.
It's extremely important that we receive those funds to be able to keep providing those services to the community.
Giving to others enriches your own life.
Actually, the value is much more than just that $1 or 50 cents canned good or whatever you're donating. It's much more appreciative than a cost that you could put on it.